Sometimes being shallow is exactly what you need to get what you want. The reason I started going to the gym wasn't self love. I mean, part of it was, but it wasn't health, it wasn't discipline. It was mostly because I wanted my ex to regret losing me, like back in college, right? Stop saying right. I wanted him to see me and be like, damn, oh, I messed up. I need her back. And the crazy thing is that motivation worked better than any self love advice ever did. Not only did I get him back, I accidentally built a habit that completely changed my life, which made me realize something that people don't like to admit. Sometimes shallow motivations can completely change your life. Sorry, I'm hot. I think we live in a world where everybody wants their motivation to sound inspirational, meaningful, and deep. We hear all this advice about finding your purpose and discovering your why. Everybody wants to say they started their business because they're passionate. Everybody wants to say they started working out because they care about their health, which a lot of the time that is the reason. But if we're being honest, most people start because of some deep life mission, or most people don't start because of some deep life mission. Some people start because they're hurt or they're insecure. They want attention. They want that validation. Or in my category, where I wanted somebody to regret losing me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that because so many people stay stuck waiting for that perfect motivation. Meanwhile, the people who are making progress are using whatever motivation they got or whatever motivation they have. And I think a lot of people are embarrassed by motivations like that. But if we're being honest, those motivations are often what get us moving in the first place. And that's exactly what happened to me. I realized a shallow goal is often more powerful than no goal. I literally told myself, I'm going to get the biggest ass possible, and then I'm going to make him regret leaving me. Was it mature? Absolutely not. I was young, you guys. But did it get me into the gym every day? It sure did. I know a lot of therapists might be shaking their heads right now, but a lot of transformation starts from pain. Looking back, the thing I had been working toward happened. The mission was accomplished, but the goal wasn't the real reward. The goal I chased wasn't what changed my life, the habit was. While I was focused on changing my body, I was also changing as a person. I became more confident, more disciplined, more independent. And suddenly, the thing I wanted didn't matter as much anymore. Sometimes your shallow goals is just the vehicle. That's why I think shallow goals aren't necessarily bad. Sometimes they're just the thing that gets you through the door. The goal changes once you get inside a lot of the time. The real transformation happens on the way there, right? The biggest thing that the gym gave me wasn't my body, it was the new identity, right? I became somebody who worked out. You know how some people just don't negotiate with themselves? They say they're going to the gym and then they go. That became me. And honestly, it changed what I looked for in other people too. One of my requirements now is that somebody has some sort of physical discipline. And I don't want like a bodybuilder, right? But like I want someone that's a little active. Like, do you run? Do you lift? Do you challenge yourself? I need that because that tells me something about your mindset. To me, working out really isn't just about the abs anymore. It's proof that every day you're willing to do something difficult for a future version of yourself. And then there's another thing I probably shouldn't admit, but sometimes what motivates me is literally knowing that most people aren't doing this. Excuse me. And before you attack me, I think there's like, oh, I don't think I'm better than anybody. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. But there is like this statistic or this stat that I saw about how like there's only like 25% of people that actually work out consistently. So, yes, I do feel a little different, okay? There's this feeling that you get when you're doing something difficult that people avoid, you know? I guess I feel a little more powerful. It's like this one TikTok. I think there's a
Do I
trend
look
where
up
it's
better than
like
you because I went to the
people
gym
are
this
making this
morning
joke where
before?
they're like, I feel better than everybody because I ran today.
Do I look up better
It's
than you because I
obviously a
went to the
joke,
gym
but
this morning before?
there's a little bit of truth in that. And my motivation has actually evolved over time. Like back in college, I would literally motivate myself with men. Like I'd be on the stairmaster thinking, do it for that fine man. Um, yeah, I guess I was just young and little. Why shouldn't I say that? But I was young. Yeah. Now when I want to quit, I think about the woman I'm trying to become. Like the woman that I want to become wouldn't stop. That motivation changed, but the strategy didn't. I'm still using something I deeply want to pull me forward, which brings me to the biggest lesson. I think one of the most powerful things you can do is stop lying to yourself and be honest with yourself. Self awareness is like the is honestly the real skill. For me, I know, like, I'm gonna be a little transparent right now. I think for me, I know I'm competitive. I know I can go, I know I can be ego driven. I know validation can motivate me. I know recognition motivates me sometimes. Instead of pretending those things don't exist, I use them. I think you can use, I think you can't use a strength if you refuse to acknowledge it. Also can't manage a weakness if you refuse to admit it's there. Your weakness is only a weakness if you don't know how to use it. Like, let's say what motivates you is a Chanel bag. Okay, so let's go get that Chanel bag, right? You'll work hard enough to afford it, build that career, build that business, make the money. Once you become that person or that type of person that can't afford a Chanel bag, you can probably do a lot of other things too. I think the biggest lie we're told is that your motivation has to sound good. Mine didn't. It was petty, it was ego, it was probably even a little emotional. But the thing is, sometimes people choose goals that are so big and noble that they become overwhelming, you know? Like, I want to change the world. Yeah, we all want to change the world, but that could be too much for one person, right? Or I was saying, I want to save everybody, I want to end homelessness. Those are beautiful goals, right? I think we should all strive for that. But they're so massive that they can feel impossible sometimes, right? Meanwhile, let's say you want a Chanel bag. Like I said, it's shallow. Let's say you do want a Chanel bag. That's concrete. That's something your brain can understand. So if your motivation is shallow, use it. If it's an X, use it. If it's a glow up, use it. If it's a Chanel bag, use it. The goal is to get moving, right? Once you're moving, your reasons will probably or most likely evolve anyway. Start shallow if you need to. Just don't get stuck there. Because the goal isn't who you impress. It's who you become while you're doing it. Yeah. And then some takeaways. I wrote them down. Let me see. Are you don't need a deep reason to start. You need an honest one. Shallow goals create momentum. Discipline creates identity, and once you get started, it becomes it becomes like a habit, right? It's okay if your motivation evolves around over time as well. Like I think my goals have changed over time. My big goals are still the same, but yeah, self awareness outweigh perfect intentions, and then use what drives you, even if it's messy. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm gonna go to the gym now. It's gonna be what's today? Thursday, so it's a cardio day. So yeah, today's gonna be a cardio day. I might do some Pilates. I'm gonna do some Pilates as well. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon.